Me that we can broadcast for 8 hours. I don't think I'll be around that long, but yeah, 8 hours. So welcome to AppSmashLive 2 again. So I'm Mark, and with me I've got Jenny Ashby, Jose Picardo, and Rachel Jones. And I think we're expecting a few others to join us later on. Jenny, do you want to say hello and tell everybody who you are?
Hello, I'm Jenny Ashby, and I live in Bendigo in Australia, which is in Victoria. I'm an ICT coordinator specialist teacher, and I also do reading recovery at my school of 200 students at Epsom Primary School. Not to be confused with the Epsom Primary School in the UK.
No. So I just saw Rachel then. Rachel, do you want to tell us who you are?
Yeah, hello. I'm Rachel Jones. I'm e-learning coordinator at King Edward VI School in Southampton, which is kind of a school where we're just about to go to one-to-one with iPads, and I'm kind of the person in charge of making that work, and just a general kind of all-round geeky kind of type. Yep.
We've also got Jose Picardo as well. Jose, can you...
Hi, yeah.
My school of 200 students at Epsom Primary School.
All right.
Not to be
That's not
confused with
me.
the Epsom Primary School in the UK.
No. So I just saw Rachel then. Rachel, do you want to tell us who you are?
Yeah, hello. I'm Rachel
Yeah,
Jones.
got that
I'm
from,
e-learning coordinator at King Edward VI School in Southampton, which is kind of a school where we're just about to go to one-to-one with iPads, and I'm kind of the person in charge of making that work.
In the background, I think.
Geeky kind of type.
I love it when technology works.
Jose Picardo as well. Jose, can you...
Hi, yeah.
My school of 200 students at Epsom Primary School.
Exciting.
That's not me.
The Epsom Primary School in the UK.
So someone's got YouTube open, is that? I just saw Rachel then. Rachel, do you want to tell us who you are?
Yeah, hello. I'm Rachel Jones.
Please let that stop.
King Edward VI School in Southampton, which is
There is a story of the Mobius where time becomes a loop.
with iPads, and I'm kind of the person in charge of making that work.
In the background, I think.
Kind of type.
So who's got that open now?
Picardo as well.
I don't think it's me.
Yeah.
Everyone plays everything.
That was it. Hey, fantastic. Well, I teach in a school. I teach modern foreign languages, Spanish, you might have guessed, German, less obvious, and I'm assistant principal, Surbiton High School, independent school for girls, and it's a large school. It's about 1,500 pupils altogether. So yeah, and I look after the digital strategy of the school. I'm supposed to be so. I'm like you, Rachel.
I think you're more important than me.
In fact, I've been to your school.
You've been to my school?
I think so. I think I went to do a little bit of inset to your languages department a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
you did.
Yeah.
They love you.
Oh, yeah.
It's high praise.
Oh, excellent. Good. I didn't manage to spoil my reputation by going there.
I knew a good one. You're fine. And Mr. Anderson?
So yeah, I'm Mark Anderson, and I'm assistant head teacher, where I'm a bit like Rachel and Jose combined, where I'm also head of IT and manage the network and what have you as well. I've got a lot of iPads in the school as well. I tweet and blog about use of technology and what have you, and you can find me in and around Bristol in the UK. And back about a month or so ago now, I started talking with a few people on Twitter, and had an idea about sort of having a chat about how we can use technology in more innovative ways. And we talked about app smashing, and so we had this idea about having AppSmashLive, and so here we are with people like us talking about how we're using technology in our schools and sharing ideas and all the rest of it. And so we do a bit of a round robin, and each of us in turn will talk a little bit about their ideas. So. Or something they wanted to sort of talk about this evening. So, any sort of takers for who wants to go first?
Can I go first? Because I'm staying at someone's house and I don't want to do the whole hour if that's okay, and I don't want to be really rude. Is that all right?
That's fine, yeah.
Well, I'm actually saying.
If that's all right. I just say, it's not iPad specific. It could be any kind of device. It's just about how we're using technology to sort of move things forward. So if you're an Android person or an iPad person or a Chromebook person. It doesn't really matter. It's all about actually just using technology in ways that can help bring better learning outcomes for the students. Sorry, that's sort of just the thing. But you're all over that anyway, aren't you, Rachel?
I'm staying at Choco's house tonight, who's on Twitter, which is really cool. So my children have been wreaking havoc here. But I thought I'd go first because her husband's cooked tea and I don't want to be too rude. So I came from playing with iPads a lot, and then in my school, my previous college, we didn't have consistent devices, so I got really good at one-to-one, and now I've got a job where they've all got iPads, so it's kind of trying to adjust to that. So I've done something. I think it will work. And it's all using things I've done before. So, boom. Can you see that? So yes. Guys?
No.
Oh no, really? Can you see?
I can see you.
You can see me. Well, that's exciting. So I'm on that, and I'm mirroring, and I need to do something else. I need to do screen share, don't I?
Screen share, yeah.
Okay, so screen share.
A different window.
Alright, I'm on it. It's painful, it's slow, but I'll get there. Can you see that now?
I can see Jose now.
Yeah, Jose's great, isn't he? I appreciate Jose, just for general. Why is that not working? On my desktop, it's looking like... Okay, let me close this down a wee bit. Oh man, please don't break the internet. Can you see that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, right, excellent, and welcome to what I do for a job. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to start tonight with the Guardian Eyewitness App, which is basically an app that retrieves visual images of contemporary news stories, but they're really beautiful and really refined, kind of art, kind of award-winning images. I wouldn't give kids a free rein on it as such, especially, well, younger kids, because there's some quite harrowing images, but as a start point, some of them are really beautiful. So if you avoid the harrowing images of war, you can kind of get stuff like this. I thought that was amazing, and I don't think it hurts for kids to have a wider awareness of the world around them. So these were these guys that climbed to the top of a tower and took a photo. You know what, I could read the story more, but I didn't, sorry. So I thought it would be really cool for a teacher to find this as a start for a writing prompt, like a real-world event. This is happening in the world around you right now, and the Eyewitness app lets you do that. I then thought from there you go to the Python app, which kind of lets you do this. It lets you draw freehand around an image and annotate it in a very kind of creative way. So using Python, and I'm sorry about the quality of the images, I've had some issues tonight with Shadow Puppet, but I've come to the fact that perfection isn't always attainable. But a teacher could, for example, share with students via Google Drive link or a Dropbox link or something, a link to this image that they'd annotated with questions, and I'd like the students in groups to annotate the image in a similar way back. So that in groups they're sharing and answering. So I've asked what are they feeling, what are they hearing, what are they seeing, what are they tasting. So all these kind of very sensory questions. So I've used it as a writing prompt. I then get the kids to go onto Pinterest, and I would have a shared class, and I've done this often, a shared class login and email. I get them to share their images online, and then use these images as the start to a kind of a longer writing exercise or something that was linked to one of the core texts, to kill a mockingbird or something. So they could use this as a sensory prompt, but they've also kind of got a wider audience for their work, which means the literacy tends to rise, which means that they tend to be more creative in how they use it, which means they take it more seriously as an activity. Once they've done that, again, check out the awesome picture that Shadow Puppet's provided. I thought it'd be nice when they've done the longer activity to, it's not so much smashing, but to use Bitstrips, which is connected to Facebook, where you can create an avatar of yourself. And I'd like them to do that, and not link it to Facebook, but to connect it to themselves and then link it to their learning. So how's your learning been today? And they can do loads of really creative things. There's loads of preset ones. That's my favourite. Sorry, it's bad to laugh at your own cartoons. To get them to kind of reflect on their own learning. So it's gone from Guardian Eyewitness to Python to annotate, to Pinterest to share publicly, and then Bitstrips to reflect on their learning. And that's kind of what I thought I would do. Boom. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Rachel, what were you using to virtualize your iPad on the screen?
Reflector.
Reflector, okay.
Really badly, because that won't turn off.
That's fine.
Am I back? No.
No.
No. It's all right. I'll just fiddle about. You guys carry on.
Okay, if we're talking about reflecting, then am I okay to go next? Is that okay? You okay, Jenny? You okay, Jose?
Yeah, fine.
Can
yeah.
I go next?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I have to go to catch the children catching a bus to the plane to go to China today.
Now, you're
So-
far earlier than us.
Hey.
Okay, then,
So
Jenny.
am I on now, Mark? Okay, because my end it's not doing anything, so I'll just pretend it is and go ahead. Okay.
No, go for it.
I was today going to share how you can use one app to So I was going to share about how we use Book Creator as a tool to put lots of different things that we've been using. So Book Creator is like our base, and then into Book Creator we'll put Explain Everything, something we might do on Explain Everything. And once it's in Book Creator, of course, you can make your video large and show it full screen, or you can push it back and it's back in your book. And then the next step we might like to put into our book is called Strip Designer, which does great cartoons, and we can put that into our book, because once you save from most apps into your photo gallery, you can then add it into your book. And then, of course, you can add some sound with some sound over here. Then, of course, Lego Movie Maker makes great movies, and they can also be saved to your photo gallery, and then you can put a movie in your book and have a movie running. So you can quite easily add lots of different things to Book Creator, and once you have your book made, you can add more audio to it and have them all there on your book. And even something like Pic Collage, you can make a collage and add that into your book as well. With all these things in our book, like Paper 53, you can make great things with pen and watercolour. Adding them into Book Creator, so you've got them somewhere. And then, of course, Book Creator itself has its own pencil for drawing, and you can add sound, pictures, and movies. So it's a great holder for all your things. You end up with a multimedia book, which you can then send to iTunes. Have it in the bookstore for everyone in the world to see. So that's that, Mark, using Book Creator as a holder for lots of other apps.
Awesome.
That's brilliant, yeah. Mine, I'm going to talk a little bit about Book Creator as well, but mine's not really with examples. It's a little bit sort of asking for advice, really, so you'll get the idea and things. But I love Book Creator. It's such a really good wrapper, isn't it, for loads of different types of content.
That's really cool, Jenny.
Thank you. I'm still hearing myself talk to myself. I've got 3 voices going from this call, so it's really difficult to decide which one is the one now.
That was
sorry.
amazing. Hi, David.
David's just joined us. Hi, David.
I don't want to interrupt anything.
You good?
So are you guys still talking? Like, sorry.
No. Jenny's just talking about using Book Creator.
Who's that?
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Hello.
How cool is that?
Hello.
My son. Go to bed.
So where are we at?
So yeah, Rachel's just done hers, David, and talked about using Guardian, Eyewitness, and a variety of other apps and what have you. And Jenny just talked us about Book Creator, using it as a wrapper for lots of different types of multimedia content.
Okay. Wow.
And the sort of apps you can use to bring stuff in, and the features of Book Creator that also facilitate different kinds of demonstration of knowledge and understanding and skills and what have you. So that sort of thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's,
First, I just want to say thank you so much for doing these. I watched the first one the other day, and it was amazing. And I don't have an iPad. I just used my phone, and of course the computer. But there was some really cool ideas I got from the last one. It was amazing. So thank you for doing this.
That's all right. It's just about sort of sharing ideas. I get loads out of it myself, and that's what I was going to talk about this evening actually, because I've been thinking about app smashing, and I'm a huge believer in the whole SAMR model and trying to make things more transformational. The opportunities that can happen through using technology, and so app smashing, and this was something in the discussion which you'll have heard. But app smashing, I feel, is a way in which we could actually try to really squeeze in the sort of juices out of all the various apps. Really, getting our money's worth out of them. To sort of mash them all up together to create something better than you would have otherwise been able to do with just with a single app by itself. So that's sort of been leading to, I think, I'm in that sort of planning phase at the moment, where I work, of sort of planning schemes of learning and what have you for next year. And if I'm okay to go next, can I go talk about mine? Is that okay?
Can I say what I was going to say about what you said?
Say that again?
I think that what's really powerful is not just the squeezing the juice, but they're giving the kids an audience. The part where they get to, their work isn't just some meaningless PowerPoint that no one ever sees. The power is their work gets seen, and it has an audience wider than just some teacher, and that's why it's really powerful, and that's why it kind of is redefinitional in that sense. I think. Quite now.
Yeah, nice. I swear. You know what? It's so funny. It's like when I go to Canada to see all my relatives, it takes me about 2 days to get just caught up on all the tiny little things that you guys say that mean a lot to you, and I'm just like, wow, what did everything she just said? You guys have little tiny quirky things that just, man, they blow my mind. Okay.
What colloquialisms were you after there then, David?
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys something real quick because I have we have a big, huge faculty potluck today, but I just was so excited to be able to get online with you guys. And I actually have a couple questions about mine. Yeah. So maybe you guys can give me a couple ideas for what I could do and how I can do it better. And remember that I'm stuck on Android, so I don't have all those like totally awesome iOS apps. So you guys might have to think of some cross-platform apps that'll help me out. But I don't know about you guys, but over here in the States, visual note-taking is just like blowing up, right? Everybody's using like paper and things like that, and they're just taking these really cool visual notes. Well, I mean, I can doodle a little and I can write a little, but I am not like a master drawer, like Brad or now Carter in Canada or whatever, where he's doing these like amazing things, and it's just one piece of paper, but it's like 6 different ideas, and there's flow to it, and you can see the interactions between the ideas. And I can take pictures though. So I've been thinking like, how can I take photographs during sessions or during learning, and then kind of turn that into visual note-taking a little bit. Ooh, and I've been kind of just bouncing around with it. Oh, you have an idea for that? All right, hold on.
So I'll let Mr. Anderson go first because I'm sure he can.
Okay. So I'm just going to screen share here real quick. Man, you don't jump on a Hangout for like 2 days and then you forget all the little things. All right, full screen. I got it. Okay. You guys are going to disappear in 1 sec. Okay, can you see this okay?
Yeah. That's Snapseed, yeah.
Oh, you guys see Snapseed?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, you know what? I'm just going to do it this way, and I'll just click each down. So, basically, one of the things that I do is I take pictures during presentations, and I don't know if you can see the one on the left over here, how it's all dark, but you can actually see the screen. I think the big mistake people make is they expose it to the person and then you can't see the screen. So I like just shooting shots of what people are presenting, and then I throw it into Snapseed, and I actually use the center focus setting, and I put the center focus over the screen, and then I make the outside part lighter. So even though I'm not center focusing, I'm changing the exposure on just one part of the image, which is everything but the screen. And then I can go ahead and save it like that. So I can take a bunch of photos of somebody presenting. I can get them in there in case there's something going on with them in the presentation. and then I can just drop it into PhotoGrid. And of course, you could capture anything right in PhotoGrid. You can, if you want to do hand notes, so I could do a mix of like hand notes and then some presentations and stuff, and kind of put that all together. That's one of my visual note takings up here on the top left, but it's on actual paper, not the app paper. And then, but what I'm really excited about, and maybe you guys have had it on iOS for a while, but ThingLink has fairly recently released their Android app, and I'm really excited about using it at a presentation. So then I thought, what happens if I take all of those photos that I took during a session and I put it into a photo grid or some other kind of a thing, and then I put that into ThingLink, and then I can just type in some ideas, I can bring in some videos, some web links or that they actually mentioned, and then boom, all of a sudden I've got a ThingLink, right, on my phone, but of course it's up on the web. I can drop it right to my blog or to my students or anything. You know, the other thing I really like about ThingLink is I've actually presented from a single ThingLink image. Like I just have the image up there, and then I just go from item to item, and I kind of use it as a controlling metaphor, and then just kind of do all my presentations. But the questions that I have for this is, what can I use besides PhotoGrid to show flow and interactions between photos and kind of make it a little more free form, maybe drop some arrows and things like that on an Android? And then what would I want to do after ThingLink? So those are my questions for you guys.
Okay, I don't know anything at all about. I could do this for Apple, easy like things to show flow and things. So in Apple it would be okay, but I can do the ThingLink stuff because I use that all the time.
Right.
I really like ThingLink. So what you can do with ThingLink is you can have like a shared class login. I've got a shared class login, or I had it. And so the students used to use them collaboratively to each add different things to them, which worked really well because it became like a one-upmanship. Like I said, no one could have the same thing. It had to be different, and you end up with like 35 different types of, I don't know, materials, different types of multimedia material they all added, and then you can use those as different starter activities, or
so if I go to a presentation, then I could either make my department, my English department, have a shared ThingLink kind of a community, or my whole staff, and then share that image out after the presentation so that they can all jump in with their questions and add more stuff, and that could be kind of the way I take it from from the conference to my school.
Yes, absolutely. So at the conference, get people to add and share it out.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And then when you get home, you can share it back out again, and it works really. I've done that, and it works really well. It's brilliant.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it does. It's brilliant. It is like I just think ThingLink's amazing, and I spoke at BET, and I made Mr. Mark Anderson there, Point Way. He advised me to make a ThingLink for all the presenters, for everyone that was speaking at BET. So I made this ThingLink with everyone's blog on, so that as people were talking, the whole audience could like spot on and look at people's blogs as they were speaking, and it was great. It was really good.
Right.
So absolutely works, and it was a really good way of linking back to kind of like an original site, a source, a way of contacting people. So absolutely, go for it. Sorry, everybody else.
Okay, and then Mark and Jose, can you think of anything that would make the photos more freeform that I could do in a device to make it a little more, I don't know, show the interactions between the different photos that I would take?
Jose?
I can't think of anything now. I feel like such a beginner.
On Pinterest, if you made a board on Pinterest, because that's iOS, that's like device agnostic, isn't it? You could make a board on Pinterest and put things on Pinterest that everybody could access, right? So you have this board on Pinterest, and you could open it so anybody could pin, because you can do that. You can make them public boards, so you can pin, everybody else can pin, and that would make them a free access thing. You can also track who's pinned what and taken it where. So
create the pin board before you start the conference.
Yeah. Make it open so everybody can use it, and you can use it, and so can everybody else.
Would a Padlet work as well?
Padlet would be cool, yeah.
Does Padlet have a device app?
No.
Padlet
runs in browser HTML5.
Okay.
It runs on any device where it supports a HTML5 browser.
Okay. So if you had a little bit bigger device than mine, it'd work fine.
Lovely people, I have to go because I have house guest. But I am a house guest, and I'm being rude. But thank you so much. It's been amazing, and I'm sorry to leave and be rude, but I have to go because I'm being equally rude to other people and kind of can't win. So note to self, Tech Diary. But thank you so much, and it's amazing. I'm going to watch the rest later. Thank you for having me. It's been really good. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Bye bye.
Have a nice evening. Bye.
Bye.
I was thinking about all of this really as well, David, and there's a few sort of things that spring to mind, but I'm not too sure how suitable they'd be. But certainly for collaboration, I'm assuming you've got Google Apps for education, and certainly there's lucid diagramming. Have you seen that?
Yeah, and I haven't toyed around with it enough.
See, the thing with it is, it will allow you to put images in, you can show the flow, and it's really good for diagramming and what have you. But it's really, its sort of primary purpose really is for creating flowcharts, particularly for when you're making a computer program. But you can sort of tweak it a little bit, to make it a little bit more cool looking and what have you, and you can link stuff up and what have you. But in the free version, you can only put so many things onto the actual diagram.
Right.
So I think it's like 60 elements or something like that you can put on.
Okay.
But you can share your board, as it were, with anybody who wants to join in. So if you've got a class, you can add your class to the board so they can all collaborate on there at the same time and sort of record their thoughts and what have you. But again, it's a bit limited in that unless you want to fork out for it, you've only got so many elements you can actually add to it.
Right.
So ThingLink's great. Rachel's idea about Pinterest is really good as well. Padlet from Jose is really good. I'm struggling a little bit really. I like an app called Graphio on the iPad, which is just like awesome for diagramming. I mean, it'll cost you $5.99 GBP, but it is amazing because you can do freeform stuff. Plus, you've got all connectives that will snap to and all that sort of stuff, and it exports vector. So when you make it, if you want to print it out for later, you can go up to AO, and you're making that on your tablet. It's just bonkers. It's brilliant, but that's not really very helpful to you. I don't know, really.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna toy around with it, and I'm gonna bounce it off of my students, and I'll let you guys know the results for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you sort of what you come out with. Absolutely, because this is as a where I work, the school is predominantly iPad, but we've got lots of students using other devices. We've got laptops across the school and netbooks and all sorts. Students are using devices as best befits the kind of activity they're doing, and so we've got students using all sorts of things, which is where the whole sort of mashup of AppSmash is really helpful. So whatever you come up with, I'd love to hear about, because it's an area that you asked me an iPad question, and I'm pretty good at that, but other ecosystems and that I'm not as savvy, nowhere near as much as I need to be. So yeah.
Yeah, because I have some students that are definitely would be good at kind of the drawing and the visual note taking, but other kids just want to take a picture of what's on the board. But if you could, it's almost scaffolding, right? You could take that picture of what's on the board and then add those things. I'm going to check out Graphia, and I'm going to play around with LucidPress. So then they're taking the images, but then they're kind of making it into theirs, and then they're communicating it out and inviting interaction with other people. So I don't know, I'm interested.
What about VoiceThread? Can you not add images around the central idea in VoiceThread?
Oh, okay.
So you put your central idea, don't you? And people can leave audio and
right.
images and text notes and all the rest of it. I've not used it very much myself. I think that will do something that you want to do, and that works in browser or in app. I'm not sure if it's an Android app, but because it works in browser, then you've got opportunities to do things with other devices there.
Right. Perfect. All right, well, we have our faculty potluck today, but I gave it up to be with you guys, but I'm going to have to go make at least one entrance so I can get some pulled pork sandwich.
So what is a potluck then?
Everybody brings something. I made homemade ice cream in one of those big old-fashioned things where it turns and cranks and stuff like that, and so I got to go bring the ice cream in, otherwise everyone will get mad at me.
Okay.
All right, enjoy your ice cream then.
Good ice cream.
All right. See you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
dropping like flies, Jose.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit quiet. I'm watching because I haven't got anything ready to share. I wasn't quite sure. So I was hoping to just sit here and observe because